Hey there guys, welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grotz. Today we're going to be battling out in the mission battle plan, Geomantic Pulse. So in this mission, it has the special unique mission parameter, the Pulse. So at the start of the second battle round, after determining which player will take the first turn, the player taking the second turn picks either objective A or B to be the active objective and the pulse for that round. So at the start of each subsequent battle round, the objective adjacent to the pulse that has not been the pulse becomes the pulse. Only one objective can be the pulse per battle round, and objectives cannot be moved in this battle. So it has the four objectives going down the center there, so it can start at either A or B and moves in a straight line down or back from A all the way to B. And we have the two smaller deployment zones to get. So let's take a look at the battlefield. We got a nice foresty landscape, lots of ruins and rocks to break up and fight over these objectives in the center line here. Some other terrain to help break up that backfield in case we got some of those pesky deep strikers or infiltrators today. Alright, let's take a look at those armies. Hey there guys, Patrick here today bringing out our SKAVEN, trying out a kind of bit of everything list here. Going with grand strategy today for Overshadow and then the Triumph for Inspired. Today for leaders, trying out somebody new I haven't had on the channel yet, the Slink Skittershank and his retinue going to be joining us today. And then for my general, I'm taking my Grace here on Screaming Bill, and he's taking the command trait Diabolical Schemer, so possibly chance to stop enemy from getting off some of those commands. And then taking the artifact, the famous SKAVEN Brew, and then the awesome spell Death Frenzy for him, so we can make our little minions possibly get some fight on death. And then for our additional heroes, we've got the Warlock Engineer, and he's taking the spell Hoarfrost, because you're going to be having him try and buff up the infantry units and then helping out our artillery. And then I have a Warlock Bombardier with the more war power, who's going to be juicing up his favorite rad invention from Clan Scryer. But that's going to be it for leaders today. Let's take a look at those battle lines. Alright guys, and for battle line today, bringing out some awesome clan rats. Got two 20-man units of clan rats, reinforced unit of storm vermin, bringing them up to 20, and then a reinforced unit of storm fiends, bringing them up to a unit of 6. So we got lots of bodies to help protect those guys and hopefully get some shots where those storm fiends are needed. And then lastly, let's take a look at our artilleries for today. Alright guys, and to finish off the list, bringing out for 2 artillery, 2 warp lightning cannons, and then as I mentioned before, I had the new trying out Slink Skittershank, so we have his rat pack with him today. Most of this fitting into the battle regiment today, but we are still going to be a couple of drops because we can't get that second artillery piece in there.
Hey guys, Jesse here, bringing some Stormcast for you today. It's actually a request from one of our supporters, so we're going to be doing SKAVEN for Stormcast, which is pretty awesome. So I've got Sign of the Storm army with the sub-faction Knight Excelsior. Taking the grand strategy Slaughter of Sorcery just because I don't have any wizards, so it's pretty easy to grab. And then for Triumph I've taken Inspired, but I doubt I'll be getting it. For heroes I've taken a Lord Imperatant and a Knight Relictor. I know we're using the Lord model, but we just don't have a Knight Relictor model. Just don't have the points for the Lord, but he is going to be taking the command trait High Priest, so getting to reroll, so still pretty accurate on the translocation that he's taken, and then also taking the artifact Mirror Shield so that he can't be seen outside of 9. So let's take a look at some other units real quick. Alrighty, and then for some battle line, we've got a nice big block of Annihilators with Meteoric Grandhammers, so a unit of 6 of those reinforced, and then 2 units of 5 Vindictors. Let's take a look at some others. Alrighty, and then for others, I've got a reinforced unit of Vanguard Raptors with Long Strike Crossbows, and then a reinforced unit of Stormdrake Guard with Warblades. And that brings me up to 1990 points today.
Alright guys, so at end of deployment, we've got their SKAVEN forces deployed along here. Got the one unit of clan rats kind of stretched out, trying to stop some of the deep strike to make sure those paladins don't get at us. Stretching along here, got the other unit up front all the way down alongside the far side. Wrapped around to our artillery with our storm vermin, our engineer, and then we got the bombardier and the storm fiends behind, along with our general back here. And then we've got Slink and his rat pack hiding in reserve, ready to pop out. And looking down at the Stormcast forces, we have the dragons ready to come charging forward. Vindictors holding the front line, trying to box us out, keep our teleporting through the gnaw holes at bay. And then the long strikes back there with the general and the Lord Imperatant. and then just the paladins up in the sky. And Jesse was a 1-drop, and we were just 2 drops today. So Jesse had control of priority. So who's going to be going first today, Jesse?
So I'm going to be giving it to SKAVEN. I don't have a lot of range on stuff I'd want to shoot. I could thin the numbers on some of the clan rats with my long strikes, but I can't hit anything that's worth hitting, so I'm going to toss to SKAVEN.
All right, so with that, we'll get into SKAVEN Turn 1 hero phase. All right, guys, so turn 1 for SKAVEN. My battle tactic is going to be magical dominance, trying to get off spell without being unbind. And with that, we'll see if we can make any primals to help us out.
Get
Just
one.
one from Jesse. So we're going to start with our favorite spell here. Got our awesome more warp power coming from the Bombardier, going on to the Storm Fiends. That goes off with a 10 because of the +1. He's out of unbind range, so that will go off. And, ooh, do we want to push our luck?
So we do have, just for, I don't think I mentioned it in my list, just for people who are aware, I do have a null stone on the Lord Imperial here. That's why Patrick is thinking about it.
Yeah, he does have range just on the Gracier on belt. I guess I could risk the Engineer, because it does have to be unbound, so I guess he'll try and give out the Hoarfrost onto, let's put it on the Clan Rats in front there. So with a 7, might as well use our Primal. There we go. So that goes off. Let's see what they get. They get the 1, so they will hit on 1s.
Okay.
So those front Clan Rats there. And then Mr. Gracier, do want to risk, we're going to throw Mystic Shield onto the Storm Fiends from my Gracier. So he's going to get that with the +3. 1 from the Nahul and 2 from his regular self, so that'll go off with a 12.
Okay.
He could do it. I know I'm risking here. I just hope he doesn't roll too high.
No, I do have a Primal, but it still wouldn't be enough.
Alright. So get the Mystic Shield onto them. I won't risk it again. Onto Death Frenzy. We'll take it while we got it. And then for heroic action, I'm just going to try for a CP onto my general here. He gets one.
Okay, we'll try to go for one on our Lord, or Knight Relictor.
Got it.
Nope.
Does not. And then see what our Gracier Bell effect is going to be. So he's getting the 3. So he has the -1 to hit rolls for enemy units wholly within 13 inches of him. Aura now. So not too bad if anything does end up getting close to him or his bodyguards. But with that, we're going to get into SKAVEN Turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, advancing all of our battle line units up here except for the Storm Fiends to help just create some bubbles and get on the objectives. So you got the Storm Fiends coming around, got the Warp Lightning Cannons moving up ever so slightly with their Engineers supporting them, getting in range of the Nahul so you can get the spell off much easier next time. And then as well, Clan Rats up front. Little weird pockets here just to kind of create some gaps to stop those dragons from flying over our screens up front here. And then our general up front defending the awesome Storm Fiends with the Bombardier behind them, ready to sacrifice himself to the Paladin charge if they do decide to come back here. And then the other unit of Clan Rats helping us zone out some more territory and then sit on another objective here in the center. And then we've got Slink and his Rat Pack coming out of the bell tower here in the back, gonna try and do some damage to those raptors and mitigate some of that crossbow fire for us. So with that, we're gonna get into some shooting. We are gonna start with Slink himself. He's gonna be doing his throwing stars into the raptors. He's hitting on 4s, but we are looking for 6s to go into mortals. So he just hits the once, and he's gonna wound once with no rend.
So 4 up.
Stops it. And then the sling from the Rat Pack unit, same thing, 4s. That's just going to be D3 mortal wounds for 2 mortals.
Okay,
I'll just
one.
snipe out a raptor. Alright, so then going to the Warp Lightning Cannons. As always, we are going to buff both of these cannons because we want them to both bring down some dragons here. Alright, let's see power from the first one. Is going to be on a 2, which is very good. So we get 12 dice, and we're looking for 2 pluses here. But those 1s, hopefully we don't get a lot of them, and we can get a second round of shooting out of this cannon before he blows himself up. See, did I grab all? Oh, just got that there. All right, so on 2+. Ooh, I see ones.
So 2, so
it's just going to be 10 mortals dropping a dragon. And he won't blow himself up completely, I don't think, even if he... So he's going to take 4 mortal wounds himself.
Got
So make it a
pretty good
guy. I'm pretty sure he's at least half-life. And then going power level for the second one is another 2.
One.
Alright. 5, 10, 11, 12. And again on 2+, but the ones gonna hurt us. Oh,
there are some ones.
Oh my. So there are 5 misses there. So that's another 7.
Okay, so we still got 1 live.
1 with 1 wound remaining, right?
Yep.
Oh my, I gotta roll low here or we are going to follow one of those dragons. Oh, I think he's in trouble. That's gonna be 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 mortal wounds. That warp lightning cannon is kaboom.
Almost got 2 dragons though.
Almost 2 dragons. Kind of. How many points for 2
340
dragons?
for 2.
I think we're roughly exchanging.
You still get to keep 1 now. So.
Yeah, we will get another shot out of one of them, but probably with another overload will cost that warp lightning cannon's life. Then going to Storm Fiends, obviously don't have range with the Rattling guns, but we do have our wind launchers, and we do have the more and more warp power on those guys. So looking for some 3s to hit here.
I'm going to onto the dragons?
Yeah.
I will use all the defense
for
that one.
This is the Ren 3 for sure. So those are all going to hit. And wounding on 2s now because of more warp power. So 5 wounds at Ren 3. Put you to 5 ups.
5 ups. Stop 1.
Alright, so these are going to be 4d3 plus 1. Sorry, I failed to mention, I always cracking the spark to give these guys +2 damage, but give it to them and himself if he could, but we don't have the extra range with him, so we only need to give it to Storm Fiends. So d3 plus 1 for these.
Ooh.
So that's 4, 8, 12, 15 damage.
Okay, so do the 1, brings us to 14. And then 9.
And then another 5, so he's just got 4 wounds remaining.
Okay.
Okay, so we definitely had some very good artillery fire going into the dragons, but they can rally.
Yep.
So we could see one of those dragons come back up and run 3 dice. We'll see. Good chance we might see one come back. But that is going to be it for shooting. All of our shots there, as I said before, the Bombardier, he's only got an 18-inch range, so no range for his rocket launcher there. But with that, we're going to go into the charge phase and see if Slink's Rat Pack can make it into those Vindictors. They are going to make it in there, and then we're going to see if a long bomb charge can be made by Slink. I think he needs a 12 now to go into the Raptors. So we'll see what he gets here. He's got a 9, so I think he's just going to join his Rat Pack. But I'll just double match. But he took the 1 away, so I think we were definitely out of range, which was definitely the wise choice. So those guys are going to go pile into the Vindictors. We'll see where they end up. Alright, so after charging in with Slink and his Rat Pack, staying on the far side of the Vindictors, we could have wrapped around possibly and tried for more of a pile-in towards the Raptors, but then we would have been open to getting Overwatch, an Unleash Hell, and don't want to use Slink just yet. So we're going to fight with Slink first. So he's got 6 attacks, and he's hitting on 3s. We're going to give him all... no, we'll save it for this Rat Pack there, probably. So we're going to just hitting on 3s, looking for 6s or better.
Ooh,
oh my, so those are just turning into 3d3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And 3s. So there's 1 at Ren 1.
Goes through.
For... I want to say just the 1.
Might be D3.
It is for D3.
Okay.
So I'll do that with the mortals.
Yes, 43.
So that is 3, 6, 8, 10.
It's just enough.
The unit, okay.
Okay, so I'll just do their explodes into the Rat Pack then.
Yeah, there. So I think it would just be the 4 because the 1 would be too far there. 2. So get 12 dice.
Take some of them out. No.
No 6s.
They dodge the
Alright.
thunderbolts.
And then these guys will just have their pile in, since they did finish a chart, are just going to pile a few inches forward and not drag Slink along. Alright, so that is going to be it for SKAVEN Turn 1. We definitely had a pretty awesome start, or getting our battle tactic with magical dominance, and then just securing one of the objectives. The pulse isn't active until turn 2, so we can't get any of those kind of objective score yet until we know which side it's going to be starting on. But that's going to be it for SKAVEN Turn 1 as we go to Stormcast Turn 1 Hero Phase. Alright, so start of the hero phase for Stormcast. Sorry, we forgot to mention, obviously Jesse was auto-passing morale with the remaining dragon unit here, needing to make sure that unit's sticking around so we can rally them. But what's your battle tactic going to be this time, Jesse?
So we're going for a no challenge too great, so we're going to be trying to kill Slink with a unit of Vindictors there.
Alright.
For heroic action, I think we're just going to go for a command point on my Lord Imperator.
Got it.
She does not yet.
I'll go for a command point on General. He does.
Okay, and then he's going to use his once per turn CP to try and rally the dragons.
Yep.
And we get one back.
There's the dragon back.
Come back to me. His buddy's still pretty injured though. And then for spells, I don't think we need to translocate yet, but I think we might. I think we'll just go for this 6-up ward on the dragons. Nope, but he does have the reroll.
There it is.
Alright, so they've got the 6-up, so maybe I might protect him from the last cannon fire there.
Absolutely.
But I think with that, I think that is everything for my hero phase.
Alright, so we get into Stormcast Turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, the dragon's flying forward, ready to get some vengeance on the rats. The raptors moving forward to get a better shot. Vindictors moving around along with the hero and general support. Tried to redeploy Slink to make it harder for Jesse, but only got the 1-inch redeploy, so I at least used it to just tuck him slightly behind his rat pack buddies there, so they at least have to fight alongside him. So with that, and as you guys might know, where did the paladins land? Jesse has decided to keep them in reserve because he's hoping to create an opening this turn and get the double turn to bring those guys down and get them in where they're really needed.
Yeah, definitely fighting an uphill battle after those spiked pretty hard on the cannons, so just trying to catch my footing and then get a big swing on one of my turns.
Yep, absolutely. All right, with that, are we starting with the raptors or the fire breaths?
We'll start with the raptors there, going
Alright.
right into the
Storm Fiends?
Yep.
All right, we give them all-out defense.
Alright, so we got 2 6s.
So some mortals.
All hits though.
Very nice.
2s. So 2 misses.
So we got 6.
6 -2.
So +2, -2 with the Mystic Shield. So staying at 4s.
Nice.
So take 3, and then the 4 mortals as well. So that'll be 10 damage. So that will drop our armor and do another 3 damage.
Alrighty, so let's do some breaths now.
Ooh, yeah, let's go into the armor.
See what these dragons can do.
I think it'll go into actually a wind launcher because I don't have him on the edge again. Yep, we'll do that.
Okay. Breath attacks. Alright, so we got 1d6, 1d3. So the d3 gets 3, and then the d6 gets 3. So 6.
6 more. So finishing off another, and then it will do another. Yeah, that was 3, and then so we'll do 3 onto Warplaced.
Nice, not too bad. Got some down at least.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna also, so I am gonna opt to shoot with my Lord Imperator at. I guess I could shoot him, but he's gonna be -1.
Yeah, he'd just be -1.
I kind of want to just get 1 or 2 wounds just to help him out.
Yep.
So d6 shots for 1. 3s and 3s, so 4s.
Yeah, because it was that slick.
So
hits.
-1.
5 up. Nope.
Alright, so he's
Takes
got
a
4 wounds left.
4 to go.
Come on, Vindictors, don't screw this up, boys.
Alright, so that's going to be it for shooting.
Yes.
Alright, so going into charges, who's going to lead the first charge?
Gonna lead in with the boys.
Got it.
Actually, maybe we'll go with our. Oh, it's tough, right? Because like I don't want to lose my Lord and Puritan yet. Yeah, we're just gonna go with them.
Got it.
They could eat. Ooh, I think we're gonna want more than that.
Gonna use the Lord and Puritans.
Yeah.
3 CP.
Yeah, we'll get some new dice as well. Come on, big.
Oh no.
Okay, so they're not getting anything unless they do have a +1 on their banner, which
They don't.
Okay, so it's gonna be a fail, which is pretty brutal.
And fails you your battle tactic.
Yeah, but we will do with knowing that. I think what we want to do is charge in with the dragons at least into there, so we can at least win one of the fronts. So they get in no problem.
Yep, 5, they'll go slamming in.
And they'll just kind of go right there.
Okay, do the dragons, do those guys have impact?
No, just
impact.
monstrous, yeah. And I think for monstrous, we're just going to try and roar, yeah.
Okay. They are roared.
Okay.
No CP for the clan rats.
So yeah, so I think that is...
Is anybody else going into Slinker?
I don't think so, just because...
Because if you get the double, you can just try again.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to have to pick which one I want to go with.
No, absolutely.
So yeah, I'll just leave it with that.
All right, so going into clan rats, we'll see what these dragons can do. All right, so the dragons, starting with the blades for the riders, going into clan rats. We cannot all out defense for these guys.
Alrighty, so blades on 3s. And then 3s again. So we got 6 at -1.
All right. Going to 6 up. Stop one of those. That'll be 5 clan rats so far.
Just 1 damage. And then the fangs and talons, 3s and 3s. Dragons are mad that you killed their brothers. 3s. So looking at 5, -2, 2 damage.
So those will go straight through.
10
so that's
damage.
just 10 more, so there's just 5 clan rats left.
And then I'm gonna drag 2 into the Tempest potentially.
Or I guess, yeah, is it with, think we double check, is it for the unit or per model?
In the combat phase, after all the unit's attacks have been resolved, pick one enemy within 1 inch of this unit. Roll a dice. So I guess
yeah,
if you
just the one, yeah. So we can just drag 1 down. Unfortunately, we got that wrong last time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you get 1.
Boom.
And I'll just
And
take
it
the
would be
leader.
your choice. So yeah, take the claw leader for that extra attack. So we got 4 that'll pile in and swing, hitting on 2s because they have Hoarfrost.
Alrighty.
Woo. All hit. And 4s. 1 wound, no rend.
Alright, so looking for 4. Oh, they're good.
Does not get through
Okay.
those poor clan rats.
I'm assuming you are gonna make them stick around.
Yep, because we got the CP, so we keep those guys around. And then so at the end of the battle shock, D3 of them are coming back. We'll get 1 back.
Alrighty.
We'll bring, where did I put the claw leader who just got eaten? Put
Somewhere.
him somewhere. Put him in here. Alright, so that is going to be it for Stormcast Turn 1. Unfortunately, with the failed charge, that's going to cost Jesse his battle tactic. But with both of these guys being monsters, they are going to secure this objective from us, so that we'll get Jesse 1 point as we go to priority for Turn 2.
2!
2. Oh, can he get it?
1! He gets it! Alright, we'll take it.
Alright, so going into Stormcast Turn 2 hero phase. And just really quick, guys, ended the battle shock phase for turn 1 there. Forgot to do bravery for the storm fiends there. We rolled it quick off camera and got a 2, so those guys are okay. So we'll get back to Jesse's turn 2 hero phase. Alright, as we get into turn 2 hero phase for Stormcast, since I'm going second, I'm going to choose the pulse to be activated here at A and start going this way. So make it harder for Jesse. He's going to have to either kind of translocate or move over this way, hopefully to try and get the pulse. So this one is active for adjacent to the pulse this turn. But with that, what's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to do Intimidate the Invaders. Pretty close to grabbing it. I'm probably going to bring down my Annihilators this turn, so I should be able to get it, no problem.
Awesome. All right. And so see if we make any primal for me to use later.
Get 1 for me.
1.
And then I'm also going to just try and get a command point on my Lord Relictor.
Yep.
Which he gets.
Does. I'm going to try for a CP on General. Does not. But we're going to still try and rally on the Storm Fiends right now. We do not get one back.
Whew, okay. And then I think we're just going to go for a translocate on the Raptors there.
Got it.
Whew. So they get that, no problem.
All right. So that's it for prayers.
Yep, that's all I got for hero phase.
All right. So with that, we'll get into Stormcast Turn 2 movement phase. All right. So end of the movement phase for Stormcast. The Annihilators arriving out of the sky, landing on the objective and the pulse, ready to come charging forward and deal with the Storm Fiend and this Warp Lightning Cannon. The Raptors were teleported over for support and also on the objective. The dragons staying locked in with those clan rats, and then the Vindictors and the hero in general moving forward, trying to get away from Slink and his retinue, and closer to some objectives as the pulse is going to start moving in that direction in the later turns. So with that, we're going to go to the shooting phase. Who's going to be shooting first?
So we're actually going to, I'll do their impacts
real quick.
right,
yeah, sorry. These guys have the big, everything within 10,
so
takes immortals.
D3, so it goes off, and it does 2.
For 2. Take 2.
And then into the cannon, goes off, does 3.
Ooh.
Nice. And then into the small rat pack there, which goes off, does 3.
Awesome.
Not too bad, guys. Okay, so I think with that, we'll go to shooting, and if we can, I think he might be out of range. Ooh, just in.
Yeah, he's got 18-inch reach with the baton.
Yep. So he's going to try and finish those off, get our dragons free if we can.
You got it.
How many shots? 4. 3s and 3s.
And 3.
So just the 1, minus 1.
6.
Ah.
It wouldn't matter. There's still been 1 left anyway, so the breath has to go there.
So with Raptors, I think what we'll do is we're going to split fire them to try and open them. Oh, I guess I wouldn't be able to see them actually from there.
Yeah, they can't see
Yeah,
between
they're too short. All right, so we're going to have to do the breath into there, which is fine. Let's see what they get.
Those are D3s.
Yeah, 2D3.
They're gone.
All right, and then the Raptors are going to go. I think we're just going to go into the cannon. How many wounds? They have 10 wounds in total?
8. It's just got 1 left.
Okay, so let's do 2 into him. The rest we'll do into the Screaming Bell.
Okay, so 2 into the cannon.
Yeah, just to make sure we finish it
Sure.
off. So into the cannon. No
3
6s.
hits.
And then 2 wounds, minus 2, I think. Double check. I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Maybe has the 4 up, so he needs both 6 here. No, that'll finish off the cannon.
Okay. And then we just got the other ones. So 1, 2, 3. Into the Screaming Bell. 3 hits. For 3 wounds, minus 2.
And 1, 2, 6.
Ooh!
Oh, the Gray Seer.
All right, not bad, not bad. So I think with that, that'll just be our charges. So we've just got our big boy Annihilators coming in.
Yeah, this is a little bit harder now because we pulled from the front there with the Stormcast.
They do get the reroll on the turn they come down.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, I think 10 is going to be enough. But
Yeah, just gonna see where they can go, but I don't think they can go that way. So going into here, basically.
All right. All right, then are the dragons going to keep going forward?
Problem is, I don't really want to get unleashed by that.
Yeah, if they go into the general, they will be unleashed on.
But I also don't want to get shot at for free. I'm going to see what they roll, just see if I can get far on that side, potentially.
Okay.
But, so no, so I'm just going to stay there. I'm on the objective anyway, so it's not too
Okay.
big of a deal. So just the Annihilators. They did roll the 9, so I'll do their impacts real quick. 4,
I think you had 10.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, 10. Yes.
5.
5.
Models.
Yep.
It's not enough to get us out, but be enough to mitigate
Huh.
how much is swinging at us. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cool. And then I'm obviously just going to pile in with them.
Yep, so pile with those guys, and we'll see how much damage they can do. Alright, so after piling in, we were able to keep one of the paladins out of combat here. So 4 of them are swinging into the Storm Fiends, and then 1 into our Engineer there. So who's going first?
So we'll do the 1 into the Engineer.
Right, he's the champion.
Yep, and then we're also going to give them all an attack, so they're 2s and 2s.
Right.
2s and 2s.
4.
Oh,
No.
I think he is
Clunked?
does he have a ward save?
No.
Okay. He is definitely clunked.
He's clunked.
And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 combat, because one of them is out.
Non-Jews. Oh, I have to see too, I guess, if it would have been within 13.
Yep.
See if we could actually deny with the schemer. Whoop. That's got it. Does go off, so they would not have all out attack.
Okay.
So the twos will just be a miss.
Okay. So luckily didn't roll any.
That was more if you only needed 2 to get through.
Yeah.
Engineer, and you had 4.
And 2s to wound.
So
Yeah, 6, 7, 8.
8.
-2, 3 damage.
These guys, the all-out defense, so 5s. Don't think that's enough. That's 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, they are
Dang.
all gone. We lost that unit as well. All right. So a big double turn and turn 2 for Stormcast,
Yeah,
getting them right back into this. So see the power of that double turn always, guys. So the Stormburner completely annihilated, Engineer gone, our artillery is gone on this side. So he's completely wiped out this side here and secured the pulse, and still holding the objective adjacent to the pulse, and then is still securing an objective and getting his battle tactic as well. So it's going to be 2 points for the pulse, 1 for adjacent to the pulse, 1 for an objective, and 2 for a battle tactic. So that'll be 6 points for Stormcast as we get into SKAVEN Turn 2 Hero Phase. Alright guys, so turn 2 for SKAVEN. Battle tactic is going to be, we're just going to do our lead into the Maelstrom. So we're hopefully going to be getting one of our hero and our battle line units are going to be charging. So we should be able to get that done. I was going to do intimidate kind of like Jesse, but we've got some pesky guys in our deployment zone here that we've got to deal with. So with that, see if we can make some more primal for us. There's 1 from us.
Okay, so you get
So there are 2 in the pool. For spells, we're going to go start with... first, got to see how much damage these guys take. So they're going to take 1 mortal wound.
I am going to try a command point on my Lord Relictor there.
Okay.
Yep, and then it's going to basically use it to try and rally.
Love it.
Nope.
Alright, we're going to go best day ever on our Grace here.
He's ready to fight.
Ready to fight. See what his Bell ability is. It's 3, so there's the -1 to hit around him that we are going to remember this time. We did have it turn 1 because Jesse forgot to mention he did all-out attack with the dragons, so that's why they just stayed base. But possibly might have affected over here last time when I forgot. But
would have affected the, it might have protected your hero a little bit.
Yeah, but that's okay. He was probably kind of just going to get smashed either way there. So we have that -1 there. We're going to try our rally on Storm Fiends. Do not get 1. It adds up to 6 though.
Get half 1.
And then so for spells, we're going to get Death Frenzy on the Storm Fiends. So it goes off with a 9.
Throw any primals at that?
Sure, I'll throw 1. It becomes a 10.
Is that fight on death?
Fight on death, yeah.
I think I'll let you have that one.
Okay. Bombardier is going to give him more and more warp power. So he gets that with an 8. Give that the last primal.
Ooh.
So it is a 14.
Should be in range. I think we're going to try for it just because it's so scary.
Yep.
So we get...
You have 2 primals. Need to get 8 or higher.
Let's throw both.
Oh, it ties it.
Alright, so you get it off.
Oh, no, wait. So you have 7 there and 8?
Yeah,
Yes, you did get it. Yes,
okay,
so you will
perfect.
stop it.
Okay.
So we can unbind again.
No primals, though.
But no primals. And then second spell back to Grey series. You got off Death Frenzy. And we'll do... Mystic Shields. We'll go for Mystic Shields here. So he gets that with a 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Gets it off. I'm going to put that on the Storm Fiends, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so that's going to be it for casting. We'll get into SKAVEN Turn 2 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, advancing the clan rats back over after moving everyone forward to go where we're going to try and pick our targets here. We're going to try and, unfortunately, we're not going to focus on the pulse. We're going to leave that for the raptors to have, but we want to make sure we're dealing with Jesse's two big kind of close combat melee units here. So I feel like in the long range, as long as those guys, now that they won't be able to be translocated, unless they can spike really hard, the Storm Fiends can usually, in a shot for shot, should be able to whittle that storm and take on those guys in a range battle. And then Slink and his retinue moving over, eyeing up the general, trying to take him out, and hopefully we can get rid of some less CP and then get rid of the priest in Jesse's army. So with that, we're going to go to shooting phase. We're going to start first by cracking our warp stone and see if we can give it to himself as well as the Storm Fiends, which he does, so they'll both get the +1 damage, because he's going to go ham with his rocket now that he has a target. But first we're going to go with Slink, see if he can get rid of some Vindictors. So he's going to hit twice. No wounds.
Okay.
And Slinger will go same target. 1 hit. None of our 6s this time. And 1 wound, no rend.
Yep. It's good.
Okay. Alright, so nothing from Clan Eshin back there. So going with our guys up front here. So we're going to go... We'll split some of this here. So yeah, first we are going to do our rocket Warlock Bombardier.
Power it up, baby.
Power up that rocket launcher and hope it goes well. It was 50-50 for the cannon, so maybe he can get lucky. Alright, so Doom Rocket, I'm just trying to remember for his more Doom Rocket. So it is D6 shots instead of D3. Unmodified hit rolls of 1 or D3 rolls. Alright, so he's going to more rocket. Hopefully he gets at least more than 3 shots.
Ooh,
he does. All of his shots at least get resolved, even if he blows himself up. So we will give him the all-out attack. So hitting on 3s. So he will hurt himself once for 1 mortal wound.
Oh, not bad at all.
Which is fine. But then there's hit and wounding on 3s for 4 at rend 1.
Okay.
And this is into the Annihilator. So there.
4s. Stop 2, take 2.
So 6 damage.
So it'll take out 2 of them.
Yes, there are 3 damage rockets, thankfully, which is pretty nice. Drop 2 of those.
Actually, shoot. I gotta leave this guy.
Yeah, the guy closest to me is the sergeant, so...
Gotta keep him.
Then with that, we are going to go... I'll do the wind launcher into them, and then both the Gatlings are going to go into the dragons. So the launcher into the paladins. It's on 3, so nothing hits. Okay, so that's the last shooting into them. And then going into the dragons, see how many shots we can get from our Gatlings here. So we got 10, 24 shots.
Okay.
That's a good number, so let me scoop those guys up real quick. Alright, so 24 shots, and as Jesse quickly reminded me, those were 4 damage rockets, because I forgot I gave myself the extra +1 from the the warp stone. So the Gatlings going into the dragons, wounding on 2s, and 2 damage for these. See what they can do. Can they finish them off? Get rid of those ones.
Sorry, we'll use all that defense on those ones.
Yep. Alright, let's see if they get to do it. They do.
Okay.
The schemer did not work. Oh, there we go. Alright, and 2s. Let's do there. That's going to be 5, 10, 15, 17 at rend 1.
Okay.
But +1, -1, so staying at 3s.
And then I do got my 6 up.
Yep, do plus.
Oh, actually, no, I didn't get it this turn because that was last turn. I translocated this one.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that was in your turn. Oops, forgot that one there. Let's check out It's not too bad, honestly.
So 5 miss, so it'll be 10 damage.
So it'll basically kill.
So there's just one with 3 wounds remaining. There it goes.
Okay.
All right, then. So that's going to be it for shooting. We're going to do some charges. So we'll see. Get our storm fiends good in there. Finish off that dragon. They're going in.
I am gonna unleash.
All right.
Even with just the 1. So last CP though. Does
D3.
D3 for 3.
It will kill the melee, and he has fight on death, so that will trigger.
That's alright with me.
Yep. They do got the charge. They did complete the charge, so we've already got that part of our battle tactic, and then now we won't have to choose them for priority.
That's kind of nice.
As long as he successfully kills this guy.
Yeah.
Let's hope. So he's got the shock gauntlets hitting on 2s because more warp. 6s are better. No 6s. Wounding on 2s. So that's 4 at Rend 1. Just the 1 gets through for 2 damage.
Okay, so you still
will
got
be
1
alive
left
with 1 wound.
Awesome.
So that is okay there. All right, and then we're gonna go with Slick over here. He's going 8, so he's coming around here to fight some characters.
So you can assassinate some people.
And then his, do I want his rat pack? You know what? Yeah, no, let's go with my general here.
Okay.
He's feeling pretty special, or are we just hoping we got the double turn here? Yeah, you know what? We will hold back with him because we got the tactic because our hero's charged. So we'll do his rat pack with him, and that's going to be a fail.
Okay.
All right, so monstrous action for the Drake.
We're gonna just try and roar you, I think.
They're mysticked with more and more warp.
So
They don't really need any more buffs.
I guess I'll just try and stomp, yeah?
Yeah, there you go. Goes off. 3 mortals.
And thank you for the advice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely worth it.
Do I want to run again? Yeah, it should be fun. Now with 3 gone, we should be able to rally 1. Go with Slick first, or no? We go with these guys here.
Decisions.
Yeah, decisions here. That 1 wound. Why couldn't you have just died to the death frenzy there? No, you know what? Yeah, we'll go with. I think I'll go with Slick here.
Okay.
Make sure I just assassinate your
general
here.
Okay. I'm gonna use his free CP to give him all out defense.
You got it. We just want a couple 6s here. No 6s.
He dodges the get his head
last
taken
time.
off.
It's 4 wounds. Rend 1. Just the 1, 2 get through. No, isn't it a 3 up?
Yeah, he's a 3 up. So just the 1.
For D3, 1 damage.
Okay. And then I will go with the dragon.
Got it.
Alright, so just a sword. 3s and 3s. I guess I'd be -1 though, right?
Yes.
So 2 hits with the sword. And 2 wounds with the sword at -1.
2. Take a bolt. It's got 5 damage there. That was meant to be 3 for defense.
So then 4s for the. Ooh, yeah. You like that? 3s. Oh, just the 1 at -2.
Sigmar.
2 damage.
Finish off, and we'll get to pile in.
And then for dragged, if I roll 6, I get 1.
Yours is above. Is it? I think yours is above
I think
their
it's
wounds.
Are they
characteristics.
6?
They're 6.
Okay.
So you can't. You need the Trogoth one.
Yep.
For club and blows.
I'm pretty sure it's greater. Yep, greater.
So on 3s. I'll hit and 2s. 4 wounds. Ren 1.
There it goes.
That'll get him. So
But he will explode.
Yep.
He's not Thunderstrike though, so just the 9. And the Storm Fiends, and they take 1.
The 1. Alright, so and then Slicks was piling. I just would have around here.
Yeah, try and get away from everybody.
Yeah, I know your other hero will get a swing at him, but it'll stop all. Only one Vindictor will probably get a chance to poke him.
Okay, so let's start with the Knight Relictor here. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. 2 hits. 1 wound, -1.
Okay, 5 up.
2 damage.
Okay, so he's got 3 on him.
And then he'll just pile on there. The question is, do I pull these guys in then? I will.
Alright.
It's worth it, I think. So
Just to finish off Slink.
Yep. So Lord Imperator, 4 attacks, the Blessed Hammer, 3s and 3s. For 1 at -1.
5 up.
No. 2 damage.
That'll get him.
Alright. So I don't even need the Vicious Beaks.
Alright, so then we'll pile in with the pack. Alright, being sure to pile in the pack here to avoid the Vindictors being able to pile in. So we're all going to punch into Jesse's Lord Imperator there. So these guys each have a different weapon profile, but a couple of them just match up in their stats. So I'm just going to roll those together. So I'm doing the Sword and Fighting Claw with the Bladed Tonfa and Dagger together, because these are 3s with Rend 1. But with all these guys, they're looking for 6s. So there's 2 6s for D3 mortals. So that's just going to be 3 mortals into the Lord Imperator so far. And then the 2 hits. 2 wounds at Rend 1. Force takes 1. Takes another, so that's 4 damage so far. And then the last with the Stabbing Blade and the Net. So 4 attacks, and these are on 4s. And wounding on 4s. 1, no rend.
That's good.
About that. Alright, that's it for them. That is going to be it for combat this turn. Lots of combats going on.
Still bloody, yeah.
But we were able to finish off the dragons. Didn't finish off these guys here. They will have, I guess unless you're going to have the CP.
I don't even think I have a CP.
So those guys will have a morale check. I think unless they get like a 6, they could be affected. But and then same Storm Fiends are going to auto pass, so those guys stick around. But yeah, hopefully we don't. We have to see also his Warpstone this time. I'll show you guys. Didn't get the 1 to hurt himself for cracking the Warpstone. But we will get our battle tactic for lead, and then we are securing an objective adjacent to the pulse and an objective. So we're going to get 4 points this turn, which is going to tie us up because we had 2 points ahead after 1, and Jesse's 2 points ahead after 2.
Okay.
All right, let's see that priority. 5.
all right. So it's your turn to get some revenge.
All right, time for the SKAVEN double now. We'll get into SKAVEN, turn 3, hero phase. Alright, so turn 3 for SKAVEN. You see how much damage the Storm Fiends take from more and more going off. They're going to take their 2 wounds. Battle tactic, we're going to do Intimidate the Invaders, so having more units outside of our territory than within. And we're going to go for a Primal. Want some extra casting. We'll get 1. Just the 1 so far. And first, start off, we want to rally a Storm Fiend. We want one of our mortars back. Come on, give us a 6. No 6.
I'm going to be doing the same on my Annihilators. Hey!
He gets an Annihilator back. All
Everyone's
right.
just coming out from the ground, ready to fight.
For our heroic action, I'm just going to go for a CP on my general. Does not get it.
We're going to do Finest Hour on the Lord Imperator.
Lord Imperator. Okay. And then for casting, we're going to try for... Oh, see what our bell effect is this turn. So we got to 5. Let's see this one yet this match. So until your next hero phase, after this unit makes a charged move, we pick an enemy unit on 2+. That unit suffers D6 mortal wounds.
Well,
it's got a nice big impact now.
Exactly when you wanted it.
Yep, perfect. Get into charging with those rusty spikes. So with that, for casting, he's just going to go for a Mystic Shield. Gets it with a 12.
I'll let you have that. I want to keep my Unbind for something.
Next we'll go for more Warp from Bombardier. Uh-oh. There's a 1 there, guys. It wouldn't be SKAVEN if I didn't go for it. SKAVEN! Hey! So we are at a 12.
That one gives you +1 damage.
That's the +1 to hit and wound on the Storm Fiends. More warp power.
Well,
it's the one you usually want to stop.
6. So I need.
You can't with the primal.
Oh yeah.
So you would just tie it because we are at 12 because he's getting +1 from the gnaw hole. So we'll go off on those guys. Back to. So we got the Mystic off. We want Death Frenzy. I don't think we need Death Frenzy just now. I think he's just going to go for his War Scroll 1. Because what's the movement of the...
I believe it's only 4, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and Cracks Call them.
Okay.
So 4, 5, 6 with his plus to cast. It goes off on a 6. But you've already done your Unbind, right?
Yep.
So I don't need to risk my primal?
Nope.
Alright, so we'll go off. They're going to roll 2d6 and greater than the movement characteristic suffers mortal wounds equal to the difference.
Okay.
And then their move, I think it does something else to their move again. We'll check that. But roll high. That's going to be 9.
So taking 5 mortals.
Take 5 mortals from that. And
2 of them are dead.
Oh yeah, because there was a wounded one. Oh yeah, so yeah, it doesn't do anything else to them. I thought it gave a debuff to the possible movement. Alright, there we go. Good cracks call. Then that's going to be it for casting. So we'll get into SKAVEN Turn 3 Hero Phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase. General came moving over, ready to charge the Paladins, who did a cheeky 4-inch redeploy here. Bombardier moving over, make sure you can give out, crack the stone to give out the +1 damage. So we can get rid of those raptors finally. Clan Rats advancing over, sitting on this objective here because it is now adjacent to the pulse as this one has become the pulse. And then the Rat Pack hopefully able to finish off those characters this turn. So with that, we're going to go to shooting. We'll do the 4 slingshots into the Lord Imperator. It's going to be 2 hits, no mortals, 2 wounds, no rend. He's good. Alright, and then the Storm Fiends. Finish off these raptors, hopefully.
Yep. They're -1.
Sorry, +1 to
what's the rend?
Rend 1.
I will
but
use all
2 damage.
Yeah, it's not even worth it. 'Cause they're only 4 up save anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So 12, 15, 21. I mean, it's worse than last time, but still a good...
Still about average.
Right? Alright, I'll grab those guys for you. Alright, so with the more warp, hitting on 2s here. 3 misses, so that's 18 hits. Cool, got 'em. And 2s again. That one is actually...
there you go.
I think if it went the other way, it's a 4. Just
So
in
it
case.
doesn't matter, yeah.
Ooh, still a bunch of 1s here. Wow, we did lose a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sorry, 3, 6, 9, 12 gonna be wounds?
Yeah, I mean, you lost half. It's crazy.
Yeah, just about.
Sorry, you said
12 at Ren 1, or AP 1.
I think that'll still do it because 1, 2. Oh, yeah. There's the 5 there.
There was only 6 fails there, though,
Yes,
so
that's
just. All right. And then going with more rocket power, of course. How many shots? 4 shots.
blow himself up. Come
I
on.
hope not. No, we'll leave all out for over there. I guess we. No, yeah, we'll see. No ones.
Don't hurt himself.
3 hits. 3 wounds at Ren 1.
Uh-oh.
Just the 1 goes through for 4 damage.
So
I messed that up last time. I thought these guys had to roll to see how many get the extra damage. It is just 3 scryer.
But it will kill 2 because 1 was injured. So.
Oh, perfect. But now the charge is that much harder, but that's okay. Alright, so that's going to be it for shooting. Going into charge phase, see if our general can make the long bomb. It's going 8, I don't think is enough.
I think you need a 9.
This needs a 9. Alright, let's try for the reroll.
Alrighty.
We got our impact.
No.
No, he's not making it. That's okay. So with that, we're just going to fight with the claw pack over there. So doing those guys same time again. We're going to give those guys... Oh, no, I don't, since they don't have a champion. And Slick's not there. We won't be able to give those guys all out of attack. So we're just going to go
for 6s.
with the ones on 3s to hit first with some rend. There's 1 6 for D3. It's going to be 3 mortals cutting his head off. All right. And then just the 1 net would have gone into, or our 1 dagger guy on the side, into the Lord Relictors. And he misses.
And then the explodes from my Lord Impuritant. Just takes the 1.
1 mortal. Good on Mr. Net.
Then just have pile in with our Knight Relictor.
General. Yeah, he's a Knight Relictor today, not the Lord Relictor.
A little bit worse, but still decent. So looking for 3s. 3s and 3s. -1, 2 damage.
We want
I rolled too many dice, so I'm going to re-roll that. Sorry about that. Still good. 3s. So 2 at -1.
That's
awesome. 2 damage each.
It's 2 rats. Clunk. And you clunk. Whew. And the 1 damage goes over. We're losing some of the rat pack. Alright, so that's going to be it for combat. I am going to double check. I guess it wouldn't matter because I didn't use all out attack, but I don't think these guys can issue to themselves. And I'll have to double check the range here to see if we can get that on them. Yeah, so double checking those guys' keywords. I didn't see elite or anything for them, so they can't issue the command to themselves. So you're going to see for bravery, we need a low roll. Hey, that's perfect.
They're brave.
They will be brave today while Slick has fallen. So that's it for, I guess, are you auto-passing?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know.
You lost 4.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I have to.
Alright, so with that, that's going to be it for SKAVEN. But we are going to get our battle tactic. I'm pretty sure now everybody, since he didn't have to charge back in, is out of our deployment zone. But we have these 3, which are more than out.
And then you also grab all the objectives.
All the objectives here. So we have adjacent to the pulse for 1, pulse for 2, make it 3, adjacent to pulse 4, objective 5, and our battle tactic for 7 points for SKAVEN as we go to Stormcast Turn 3 Hero Phase. Alright, so Turn 3 Hero Phase for Stormcast. We're going to start with our rally here.
I think so. I don't know if we technically have to do the battle tactic first or not. I'm going to say that we have to. So I'm going to say surround and destroy. Otherwise, I could maybe do a rally and then try and kill that. But,
exactly.
I think technically you'd pick your battle tactic first. So
nope, absolutely.
I'll do surround.
and then he wants to trigger the rally, but we are going to see if Diabolical Schemer allows him, and it does. He can rally.
2 back.
3 back.
3 back. Oh, baby, we're back in the game. Alrighty, so to set these guys up there.
But now with surround, are they coming forward, or are they going to keep to the battle tactic?
Yeah, that's the issue, right? We are going to do... So we're going to cast Translocate from the priest there.
Yep.
She does get...
He's out of there. And then what was also your heroic action?
Oh, sorry. I think we'll just try and get a command point on him as well.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll go for command point on general. Nope.
We'll just put him like over here. Getting ready to... Oh, I guess we want to go here, technically.
Yeah, if you're trying to set up for surround to destroy, potentially.
Something like that. At least we're still on the objective then. These guys have... and I think that's it for my hero phase. I don't think I have anything else unless you do.
Nope, I was just doing my rally as well on
Okay.
Storm Fiends.
Uh-oh. Haha.
Whoa! Oh, come on, away from the rock pile.
Hey,
There we go.
almost.
Still didn't get it. Alright, so with that, we'll get into Stormcast Turn 3 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase for Stormcast. The general teleporting himself over to the far objective and getting out of harm's way while also shutting down the Gnawhole. The Vindictors advancing to help with the battle tactic and get out away from the big unit of clan rats. And then Jesse Himnunhad decided to move forward because if he does get the chance at another double turn, he can actually really kind of swing this game back around, as this game's been very pivotal back and forth on the double turn. Because these guys do have the impacts and could make a big charge and possibly get at the Storm Fiends. But we'll just have to see how much they can do here. He is, by doing this, he's foregoing getting his battle tactic for sure, so he's kind of putting it all on the line here and hoping for that double turn.
Alrighty, so let's see what they get as a charge. Because I don't have any shooting anymore.
Nope.
6, so I think we just take that and we... Question is, who do we want? I think we want to just go... I think either way, we're going to be eating Unleash, at least from 1. So let's do this guy into there. And we'll kind of go like that.
Take them both up.
So maybe we'll just go a little bit more that way, sorry.
Yeah. Alright, so we are going to unleash and see how many of our Storm Fiends get to fire here. But before we get our unleash, Jesse gets to do his impacts, and he's going into the Warlock Bombardier here.
Trying to get my Grand Strat.
So we'll get 3. I believe he's dead, but I will double check. Could be 5 ones there. As we'll see our roll for the unleash. How many shots? We're going to get 11 shots, so grab those guys real quick and double check if he's still alive. Alright, so the Bombardier is alive with 1 wound remaining, and with our 11 shots with more and more warp, but then -1 to hit from Unleash, we are back to 3s. Not on top. It's pretty good. And then still 2s to wound. So that will be 7 at Ren 1. They're not 2 damage because that's only an R shooting phase.
Ooh.
That's 6 damage getting through, dropping 2 of them.
So I'm gonna take
The
these
champion?
ones. Yeah, I don't know. Guess we kind of want to ensure. So maybe we'll take these 2, and then you'll pile into me anyways.
Yep. So just the one will get its.
I think it's only to melee. I think we messed that up last time.
That's okay.
I would love to do it to your your Bombardier there, but
I mean, you can. You just got to take that champion away.
yeah, right.
Okay, so that's it for there, and that was going to be it for charges. So I guess just these 2, see if they can finish that poor Bombardier. Ooh, I don't know, maybe I could get lucky. 4 1s.
All right, there you go. 4, -2.
6s are not enough. He is very squish. Woo! 1 caster left.
But I don't know if tough call. You got one of your stickies?
Yeah, we'll grab the rangefinder there and just see if their bell is actually in range to pile into these guys. Alright, so the Annihilators are out of combat here, but a little bit over around half an inch there. But with that, we're going to see priority, because that's it for
no
battle
score,
shocks.
unfortunately.
You do get one for
Sorry,
securing
yeah.
one objective, but failed his battle tactic and doesn't have the pulse or adjacent to pulse currently. So let's see that priority.
Oh, I think...
So with that, we're going to go into SKAVEN Turn 4, and with that, guys, that is going to be it for today's battle report, because
even
these
with a
Annihilators are going to be gone, even with a potential rally, because we are going to charge in finally with the Grace here, no problem, and finish them off with the Storm Fiends. We are on the pulse here. We would not charge the Vindictors with the Rat Pack. These guys would now just coast those guys at about exactly 12 inches, so they could always do the sling shot and then just move away because they outmove them. And then we would get eventually to here. Jesse would end up possibly getting a point or two, the pulse on the last turn, but we would get another turn or two of possibly 7 to just kind of
still
run
get the
away.
adjacent as well.
Yeah, to just run away with the points here. Because we got 7 last turn and Jesse got 1, so we were back up by 6. And I don't think with us killing him, Jesse would not be able to get his grand strat of killing all the wizards. And my grand strat would just require that I finish off one more, the last of his battle line, and have 1 battle line unit remaining, which I'm confident between the Clan Rats and the Storm Fiends count as battle line as well, so keeping those guys alive is a really good chance we would get that grand strat and end up edging this one out easily on the points. But extremely back and forth game with those double turns into turn 2, into turn 3 for Stormcast and then SKAVEN respectively. Can just really show you guys the power of a good double turn when you have the position and the potential to play into it. It is very risky because if you do not get it, things are going to get caught out and your opponent's going to be able to take advantage of your misplay.
You also have to watch out for then getting doubled in the next turn coming up, right?
Yes, as well, because it can just come back as just as devastating and cause the momentum to swing, as we clearly saw in today's battle report. But really good, really fun trying out Slink and his new warband there. Finally was able to get a hold of those guys. But again, this was our first supporter-voted matchup, so I hope you guys really liked it. We'll be doing another one of those, at least one of those a month going forward now, so be looking for those if you guys are a supporter. And if you're not a supporter, be sure to become a supporter so you guys can stay up to date and comment on, subscribe to All Things Gaming Grotz, and then get in, chat with us in the supporter channel there on YouTube and get a little bit more information of armies and matchups that you guys want to see on the channel here. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's battle report. Until next time,
have a good one.